School football does enter week 7. We bring you live broadcasts every Friday night on MyIndy TV 23. Our game of the week is Lawrence North at Warren Central. Our partners over at ISC Sports Network. Start with me, Greg Rakestraw, Lance Scheib. Thanks, gentlemen, for being here today.
Of course.
Okay, Greg, what do you want to see in this matchup?
Well, I think for Warren Central, I think that's the big story because they were so young and they were so hit hard from a practice standpoint and quarantine standpoint. We saw them in week 3. They were really kind of behind the 8 ball. Were blanked each of their first 2 games of the season. Their offense has kicked in much more since we saw them being beaten by North Central 10-0 back in week 3. So I want to see the development of their offense against Lawrence North tomorrow night.
What are some other games that we're watching this weekend?
I'm anxious to see Maryville playing Chittard. Maryville's ranked 2 in 6A. What does the North look like now that Carmel's going south? Because you got Elkhart, Maryville, and Westfield. So I'll be anxious because we can gauge where Chittard is, and so we like that. I also like Cincinnati Elder and Cathedral, another great matchup. Cathedral's never beat Elder, a big power in the Cincinnati area. So those two have my attention. Should be pretty good.
And I'll jump in on that. The Maryville-Chittard game is like what has happened with a lot of games this year where this was not on the schedule until about a week ago. Chittard had an opening in week 7 for a while. Maryville had a school cancel on them because of a 2-week quarantine period because of the coronavirus. So we have had what I have called some arranged marriages this year as far as games that appear on the schedule in short order. But again, that's a game that's really going to benefit both of those teams come the postseason.
We knew it was going to be an interesting season because of all the things you just mentioned. Lance, now that we're kind of week 7, we're seeing trends here. What are some interesting things you're seeing develop come from this crazy season?
I think the biggest thing is just the flexibility of the coaches and players to adapt to a different environment. They're being a lot safer, but I think more than anything else, we're into week 7 and we're still playing football, and we're playing good football, getting ready a couple weeks away from the tournament. So what I like right now is teams are starting to either rise or fall, and we're going to see 2 great teams, I think, on Friday that are on the rise, so it should be interesting.
And I can't tell you enough, I know we're up against it time-wise, but Lance talks about the flexibility of players and coaches. The job that athletic directors do every year goes underappreciated, but the way they have been on the phone, on the internet, on Twitter, trying to find games and move schedules around in every sport, those men and women deserve our appreciation for what they have done this fall.
Yeah, we just tell you that it all got changed, but there was a lot to make all of that work. Okay, Greg, Lance, thanks as always. We appreciate it. And again, this week's game of the week is Lawrence North at Warren Central. It'll be live on MyIndy TV 23 tomorrow night at 7 o'clock. So Randy Ellis, as always, we want to know